across the highway at Cal State San Marcos, who we appreciate. Here in North County, San Diego, I think we do a really good job trying to serve underserved students. And that's what it's all about. And as long as we can keep coming together and celebrating our successes and knowing that we have more work to do, we'll keep plugging away, right? That's what we do because we're Trio. And Trio works? Okay, right? Now, I may or may not be able to join you later today, but I did want to let you know that I ordered a special lunch. I've taught our catering department how to make Navajo fry bread, so we're going to have Indian tacos. So I hope you enjoy the fry bread. Just a little rule, not a rule, but there's two kinds of, there's two fry breads. So there's one fry bread, two ways to eat it. One is for lunch, one's for dessert. Hey, you get both with one fry bread. Or you can get two fry breads. So you have your Indian taco, and then you also have, for dessert, you can put honey and powdered sugar on it. So your choice. Maybe you just want to eat the dessert one. Okay. So that's at lunch. I hope to make it back. And at this moment, though, I would truly love to introduce my boss, who wants to welcome you here today, and the person who is his right hand. First of all, the person who is his right hand is also a right hand for Trio. So I just want us to truly give a round of applause to Carol Moore. See, it's even on, she's even sitting on Brian's right side. Carol and I have worked together here at Palomar for at least, this is my 16th year. I think you were here before me. Yeah, 25 years. You know, and she's still making it happen. And thankfully, about a few years ago, we were able to receive and steal away from the San Diego Community College District and from Merritt Chu, who let Brian go. We got one of the best deans or bosses I've ever worked with. He truly comes from the heart. And I know there's a lot going on with regulations and laws and lots of instructions on exactly what to do. And we get all that bureaucratic work done. But at the same time, we can't forget that we're human beings, we're fragile, our students are even more precious, and our staff are even more beautifully, tenderly prescripted. You know, they're caught in the middle every day between the bureaucracy, the institution, the agency, and the students and parents and families. So it's like, it's great to have a boss who cares about our humanness as staff, as students, and Brian is truly that way. If you'll come up, please, everybody welcome our Dean of Counseling Services, Mr. Brian Stocker.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Palomar.
Thank you.
North County College. I wanted just to briefly say, first of all, welcome. We're glad you're here. But more importantly, just a reminder of the work that you do and how important it is for our students and their lives. These are tumultuous times, I think we would all agree, right? Especially across our country, with lots of challenges, lots of conflicts going on, lots of people feeling like they can't trust people, that people aren't brothers and sisters anymore, that there's a lot of hatred and discord all around us. These programs embody what is good about our country. These programs embody who we are, right? That people, any person has the chance to be successful and be a part of something bigger than themselves. So what I would say to you today as you work together towards your goals, to never forget that. We are a colorful society, a society where people should have the chance to be whatever they want to be, whether it's a young person wanting to move up out of high school and go on to be in some profession, to someone who's planning to transfer to a college and be the first one in their family and their generation to be a student who's actually earned a college education, because we all know that education frees us, right, from a lot of oppression. I truly believe that's the case. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure I said to all of you, welcome. Your work is important. Administrators, even though we're behind the curtain, so to speak, you have no idea how much we appreciate your leadership. And leadership is different than management, would you not agree? Leadership means to inspire by your example, management is to treat people like subordinates. That is not the way we do things. We believe in developing leaders. You are our future in terms of leading our students. So again, welcome to Palomar. We're so glad you're here. Keep doing the wonderful work you're doing, and just know to hook up with administrators who support you and the roles of our students, because we believe in what you're doing. Thank you.
All right, so we'd like to thank Palomar again for hosting us today. Thank you very much for opening up your doors. We really, really appreciate it. At this moment, I think we're going to call the meeting to order. So,
Yes.
have we? We did meet quorum?
No.
No, we didn't.
We did not.
So at this point, yes, maybe we can.
It becomes an informational meeting at this point.
Okay.
Until quorum is met.
So just an informational meeting right now? All right.
Let's call people to register and just set them as proxies.
If you get a chance, if someone wants to call and see if you can call someone in your office who didn't make it and see if they give you that permission, that extension to be a proxy for them. Yes,
How many do we need?
14.
Because I know my staff sent a proxy,
There's only 2 proxies. RSVP.
so is mine one of them?
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's kind of tough with all the traffic both ways. San Diego, coming from San Diego and also coming from LA especially, so. I'm not sure if anyone knew of anyone else that was coming in from the LA area. Maybe in Pearl Valley. So while we wait and give it a little more time, what's on the screen right now is actually our new website. And while people are making some quick phone calls and trying to get that arranged, just be familiar with our new website. As you can see, it reads west.socal.org. Not to be confused with the other one. When you do put it on the Google, it comes up with the old one, but make sure you're familiar with the new one, and that's the one that you always go to. That's the one that's being updated on a daily basis. If you click on chapter meetings, really quick, and I have no internet connection. Connect. What a great way to kill time. Yes.
No, it shouldn't.
It didn't.
So the chapter meeting should come up reading the date and the place right there. The agenda is right there. If you want to stream the meeting, if you can't make it someday, we are going to stream the meetings live. So that's with the little cameras there. Just made me a little self-conscious now that I realize that. If you click on agenda, everything will pop up right there. The agenda will have the notes from the last meeting. We'll have everyone's report. Again, we're striving to save the earth and save trees, so everything's put online now. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure everyone has either a smartphone, a tablet, even a laptop with them. You can always use that. Pull up the reports when we're asking you to check the notes and everything. This is the best resource. If you're going to attend a future meeting, you want to see what happened the meeting before, this is a perfect place to have it. We're going to keep it up all the time here. So we'll have a great place for a resource.
Yeah.
Question on the floor. Number 24.
Mr. Chair, Sergio Galvez, California University. I mean, I think instead of just waiting here, I think you can actually get your meeting moving and start going through the agenda. We just cannot vote on anything that has any type of budgetary implication. But we can give the information to whoever.
Yes.
All right, well, that makes my job a little easier. Thank you, sir. So we'll move ahead then. We'll call the meeting to order.
Can't call the meeting.
Well, you can't call the
No,
meeting
you
to
can't call
order.
the meeting to order. But it can be
Yeah.
But you
information,
can go over the reports.
So,
and then just no voting.
can no approving of the agenda, none of that then?
No.
All right. So let's start rolling then. I'll start with my report. So I'm going to start with my report really quick. Something that we came up with last year is that we wanted to revisit the vision and mission of Westcott at every start of the new year. So this is our first meeting. We want to revisit that and make sure that we're all clear and that there's a set understanding what exactly Westcott, and especially SoCal Westcott, has in mind when we do organize, get together, and meet. So I put the mission vision on there. Serves educational equity professionals to ensure and advocate for educational opportunity. So that we are here to serve us. Sometimes there was a little misdirection that we were here for the students. That's actually what we do at our jobs. I think we came to the realization that it's more important to serve us as professionals and make sure that we ensure that we're growing as professionals and hopefully mentoring each other and giving each other advice on how to run their programs. Some of us are seasoned veterans, some of us are new. This is the time to really share that information and help each other grow. So that's one of the biggest visions I think that we came from the West Side. Also the mission to create and develop educational professionals who are able to advocate and provide where it came from, but educational opportunities for those who are underserved. So in this sense, when we do our different PDS or West Hub conferences, we do provide those workshops that are going to help provide better understanding of how to run your program again, what services to provide, how to read your grant correctly, how to deal with different things of the system that the Department of Ed is throwing at you, all these different things that we try to develop at our conferences, at our PDS, even sometimes here at our meetings. So just so we know and we're clear that this is our vision and this is our mission. Any questions on the vision or mission? So as incoming president, there was a few things I wanted to work on, and I think I stated back when we were in Reno, while I was running for president, one of the things is I wanted to increase membership of SoCal West Hub by 15%, hopefully by year's end. I kind of set myself up for positive exposure on that behalf because I knew the new town search grants were coming in, so 15% wasn't going to be that hard. So hopefully the new town search people get hired quickly before year's end, and we will meet the 15%. I really didn't think about that till after. Oh, all right, that's going to be kind of easy. We may have to increase that number maybe. Trying to make sure, as you can see, that there's not a lot of people here, but we are streaming it live on video. So like I said, the video is set up. It's through a YouTube channel, and I think our technology chair will talk a little bit more about that and how that's set up. Just really quickly, just touch upon it. And hopefully there'll be a way, is there a way we could save that so we can revisit it over and over again?
It's on our channel, yeah.
Okay, so if you missed it totally live, then you can always go back and watch it later. Another big thing I wanted to set up was a mentor system. So when I came in, there was no real mentor system set up, but I kind of just like gravitated towards some of the people that I already knew what they were doing, had been in the game for a while, and they taught me how to run programs. They taught me the safe practices, the best practices, especially for an upper bound summer program. That's the one that really helped me. And people like, sorry Sergio, but I'm gonna put you out there, Sergio, and a lot of different people when I came in, those were the ones that I looked towards for guidance. And fortunately, they were very open and very helpful. But sometimes when you're new, you get a little shy. You don't want to meet people. So I want to set up a mentor system. I want to be able to let them new members feel very welcome and that we are approachable and we are willing to help. We're not going to like hoard our secrets and go, no, I don't want you to know what's going on in my program. We want to share those secrets because we want to all be successful, especially as a trio unit. So that's something we'll be working on along the year, is setting up the whole mentor system, hopefully for different grants, different programs, so we can get those ideas sharing. And hopefully the new members will have someone that they can rely on with a quick phone call, a quick text message, something like that. At this point, I think the position I left at UCSD, I've pretty much kind of taken Arthur under my wing and been helping him out. That's pretty easy transition because that's my old program. Well, here, this is what you should do. But in that sense, I feel very open to whoever would come in and ask for help for an upper bound program. Well, this is what I work. This to be able to reach out to me and give me a quick text message, and I can answer right away. I feel very comfortable with that. I want other seasoned veterans to be able to be approachable on that behalf and to feel like they have that access to us. So we'll set up that mentor system hopefully by the end of the year. And one of the biggest things that we brought out from our actual West Top board meeting is that we need to increase and bypass the COE fair share, especially from last year, which we fell a little bit short. We'll report on that anyway. But we really want to work on a new system, something that's going to work for all of us and get us really interested and have a true what it means to give to COE fair share and where it all goes to and how it benefits us all. So hopefully our person that comes up here will give us a little more information on that as well. We did have a board meeting in Arizona in August, and we discussed about the upcoming conference in Monterey. And we also moved ahead a couple more years, figuring out the different locations for the next 2 or 3 years. A lot of ideas were thrown up. Nothing was set in stone just yet. We do have another board meeting in November where we're going to start solidifying some of those times, dates, and places. Some of the possible places thrown up were San Francisco, LA area, kind of being bypassed. So like I said, still up in the air, but know that those locations will be solidified hopefully by the end of the year, and I'll be able to bring that back to you in our next meeting. Another thing we worked on as well is making sure that we had a new logo and a logo that represented all of us. I think this was brought up in our last meeting in Reno. So we came up with a few last designs and we're making final adjustments. So hopefully either at the PDS or our next West South conference, we will have 1 or 2 set designs that we all are going to vote on and finally have a true logo that represents all of West South and with the true dimensions of the states that are on there. So make sure that we got all the islands on there as well. Another thing we worked on was transitioning all the chapters to the GoDaddy.com website. Luckily for us, our technology chair is on par. She does everything great, Angie, and we were one of the only chapters that actually had it already set up, and we are way ahead of the game of anyone else. So thank you, Angie. But everyone else is going to the same format in GoDaddy.com, and we're going away from, I think it was the UC Davis or the UC Irvine websites that they had. So that's something else we worked on. We started the year off right. As a SoCal West Top board and service council, we had a retreat on September 9th, and we went over our descriptions of exactly what we are supposed to be completing as a board member or as a service council. And I think we shared upon some of the questions we had for our own positions, and we cleared it up, and we set goals, and we have a really good idea of where we want to head this SoCal West Side chapter towards this year. And we have a very strong board and service council. I'm very confident with everyone that's been placed in part of that. So I am more of a hands-off guy. I'm more like, if you think you can do it, then go ahead, and then you bring back your results. And I'm very happy with who we have, and I feel very confident they're going to do their job 100%. We have the PDS coming up, Professional Development Seminar, October 23rd to 25th in Oxnard, and Eva will report more about that. There's a lot of things going on with the PDS, and Eva put in a beautiful report. It was like 3-4 pages long, and she's going to be more than happy to share all these great things that are coming up. Our December 2nd chapter meeting right now is slated for Pasadena City College. We might have to change that one. We will give you more updates at PDS to make sure that we solidify that place. I think Loyola Marymount wanted to host us as well, and there's a few other places that were willing to host us. So Pasadena doesn't go through. We are going to be somewhere in the LA area, just to make sure it's accessible to everyone up there in the LA area. The annual West South Conference in Monterey, February 24th to 25th. Actually, it's 26th, I think. Is it? What is it?
March 1st. March 1st.
Is it? I got the wrong dates. I'm sorry. But make sure that when that comes up, we'll send it out. Sign up. It's gonna be a really good conference I hear. There's a lot of great things going on up in Monterey. And another thing we're working on is Student Leadership Conference. Dalia will come up and she'll give you updates on the Student Leadership Conference for this year. We're trying to get, I think we have 1 or 2 last places that are willing to host it this year. And at the same time, we want to start rolling on the next year as well and throw in some bids for next year, see who wants to host it after this year as well. So something that Dalia will bring up during her report. All right, and that's it for me. Any questions for me? Yes, sir. Where's your number?
Oh, no.
That's mine.
I'm the oldest. Elder Rep.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to acknowledge you because I know today is a special day. You actually shared a special day and a special week with one of my staff. So I want to give a big shout out to Tony and Nellie who are celebrating their birthdays. Nellie's was Wednesday and Tony's is today.
Happy birthday!
It feels good to be 21.
So we have to sing. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you.
And everybody else, happy birthday to you this week, this month.
Thank you very much, Calvin.
Who's it? Let's see.
17. State your name.
Guadalupe College Institute. President Garcia, I just wanted to clarify, our logo actually has been approved, so whatever we see at our PES is kind of what we have for the set year, so hopefully everybody likes it. So, just so that you guys don't throw Tony on a platter or something, but yeah, it's kind of a bit approved, so just so you know when you guys see the next one. Also, I wanted actually to see, or you can send feedback to our president in terms of having a conference in the LA area when we have our Southern California annual conference down there. So if there's any concerns, please let us know now. Should we not look into hotels in the LA area? Should we stick to Long Beach area or whatnot? But this is for the West South annual conference that's supposed to be held in Southern California. Did we say 2020?
2019.
2019, 2020, somewhere around there. Just give us your feedback for the area, the location.
I think Sergio was next, right?
Yes, Sergio's
It's related to something else. I was actually gonna, kudos to Angie for moving us over to the same color scheme and platform as the regional West Stop. I did have a question with regard to the listserv. The listserv is still tied to the UC Davis
Yes.
server.
You see,
And again, somehow I got bamboozled into being kind of like one of the gatekeepers, and so I'm just wondering how long we have before they either pull the plug on us. And I mean, I can actually archive all the emails that are in there, and every once in a while I'll go on there, and if I see an email bouncing a lot, I can go on there and delete it. And usually it's people that have left that current position or an old Gmail or something like that. But I'm just wondering if there's any type of discussion by the board to move us into whatever GoDaddy can provide for us in the form of a listserv.
Good answer.
I'll write it down and bring it up to the board next time we meet. I believe we did have a small discussion on that, but nothing final was set. I believe our contact was Tony over there, and we were trying to resolve and move away from that. So
Yeah, because even at SoCal, the listserv is taxed to urban. So I'm just wondering, when we're gonna, even if it's a cloud server, it's something that's West Coast, not something that's Irvine to Davis. Because you're kind of at the mercy of what those institutions.
Whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I think,
Eva, what's next? 27.
Yeah, that was, if you were at the meeting in May, that was one of the recommendations that I handed to Tony. So we did discuss it at the actual meeting in Norfolk, the retreat. So we brought it up again as a recommendation, as a goal for this year. And the ideal goal for us, that was something that I kind of started last year but didn't finish. So the ideal is to find out through GoDaddy, to keep it all with what WestUp is doing. And I don't know what WestUp is doing because they're on UC Davis too. So that I brought that up last year with WestUp, with SoCal. So I just wanted to say that it's been had. I've been having it all year long, and hopefully this year we can actually do something, even if it's Google, which NorCal uses Google groups, even if we do that. But it would be good, some kind of uniformity, but I'd love to see how WestUp is gonna address it as well. Where are they gonna go? Are they gonna go to Google? Are they gonna go, because if they go to Google, maybe we should all just be Google, or if they're gonna go somewhere else. So I just wanted to mention that's something I was working on last year.
Yeah.
And the website too, so we got one done, so now it's the listserv. So that I just wanted to mention that.
Thank
I
you.
hold my breath every time I'm logging in. I'm like, at what point is the Davis server going to boot me out and not let me log into your server? I mean, I'm the only non-UC Davis email that logs into it, so I wonder, at what point do they catch it and say, oh, and I can't make any changes to it? And the people that are in there now, I don't know if they're even connected to the association anymore. They're still Davis employees, but.
Yeah, we'll keep bringing it up, and hopefully some kind of resolution will be made by the end of the year, like we said. Yeah. Other questions, comments, concerns? All right, so we're gonna move on to the treasurer's report. And since Tasha couldn't make it, so Angie will be doing the report.
No, it's open. It should be open at least.
all right. So Santasha and I have actually continued to work very closely together because our transition it wasn't a very smooth transition. We're trying to track down the minutes from the meeting that she was elected as treasurer, because Wells Fargo won't allow us to transfer her as an executive owner of the account until that happens. So she's on there as a signer, but I'm still the executive owner. So, but she has access to everything, which is kind of nice now. So this is the account, and she's worked very hard, and she was up till late last night trying to finish this report for us because she's still trying to like get used to it. But we've had a lot of deposits because of the Galaxy tickets and our Dodger night that we had in July. We've had some PDS registrations that have been coming through for her. So she's been depositing those. Some of our bank charges. So as we see, all of our Dodger tickets that came out in June, I believe. We've had some deposits made for our PDS. And I think most of that has been for like retreat stuff for the executive board and professional development, whether it be the PDS or the Professional Development Academy that Eva and Gustavo have been working very hard on. So our accounts up to date, she's reconciled QuickBooks, so everything is matching up. So pending, she has checks for scholarship recipients to be mailed early October, in case any of you guys have been getting any of those questions from her students. PDS registration refund to Cal State LA for double pay
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for coming. We know some of us had to make a longer drive than others, but we all made it here safe and sound, so thank you for that. I do have a couple of reports, but I'm going to start with my report. First of all, so I'll start with mine. Tony, I need your help. I don't know how you have it coded.
There's no code. I just click on it. Just open them all up.
All right, guys, give us a minute.
Oh, I just closed it.
There it is. That is. Somebody
I just closed someone's.
So as part of my responsibility as president-elect is to really shadow both Eva and Tony to get ready for my term as president, which is a 2-year term, starting with my presidency. So I have a lot of learning to do over the next year, and as I continue on as president of our chapter. But at first, I'd like to commend my chairs of my committees. I oversee 3 committees. I oversee public relations, which I have Amal Khan, who has committed to continue to chair that committee. I also oversee the resource development, which is being chaired by Hortensia Cuevas, and the student development committee, which is currently being co-chaired by Elizabeth. And once we know where SLC is going to be hosted, a member from that campus will become the co-chair for that committee. So thank you for committing once again to chair those committees. So as I mentioned earlier, my responsibilities as president-elect are to oversee those committees and to also, when Tony or Eva are absent and they have to appear at a function, then I am to represent our chapter in their absence. I have to participate in all West Stop chapter and board meetings as well. Prepare written reports. So I think last year, Eva did a really good job of redirecting our positions. There was a lot of changes that occurred under her leadership. And so these you've already seen, and these have been officially approved. So these are the assigned responsibilities that I have as president-elect. So with that, I'm going to start briefly with what are some of my goals and priorities. One, to really continue on investing in our members in their professional development by either creating new or expanding existing opportunities that we have for scholarships and professional development. So I really want to make sure that we continue to grow the human capital that we have within the chapter. And so I recognize that it's very important for our membership to be developed so that they can become leaders in their own right, especially the new membership. We do have a lot of new professionals in TRIO, and so it's very important for us to continue to develop them as well. Establish TRIO Day as one of the chapter's main activities for programs to participate. Increase chapter membership participation along with Tony's vision, and to continue to streamline some rich communication gaps by creating a one-stop center. And I think that's something that started with Eva's leadership. We now have the new chapter website, but it's really to use that website as a resource for all of us. So how can we work that website to be that one-stop center that we need, not just for chapter needs, but also for professional needs. So bringing in those connections through our chapter website as well. And again, maximize the use of our technology to be able to increase access and participation in our chapter meetings, committee meetings, and any other group discussions that are established. So as far as updates, I know we can't vote on this, but I know I have 2 days that we're looking at for Trio Day. Unfortunately, this year, our West Up Conference falls within the Trio National Trio Day Saturday. And so we are looking for a chapter to do it before or after. So I have 2 dates, February 11th as the first option, or March 11th, which is after the conference. So if I can just get, it will work better. I know we can't vote on it, but if any of you guys already know that there's a conflict with the date, if you have any preference on which Saturday would be best for the programs to participate. I need to have a date before I actually go out, before we actually go out to our agencies and create those relationships. I know one of the things that we're gonna work on this year is to not have a student participation limit. So we're really looking to make sure that the sites that we work with for Trio Day are welcoming to as many students as we can take. And so that's one of the things that we learned from last year. And so that's happening this year. We're also looking at a registration process where to participate in Trio Day, there would be a cost for participating, $10 to $15 cost. Students would get meals and a t-shirt. So the only thing that the programs would have to worry about would be transporting the students. So that's also what we're looking to do this year, learning from last year as well. So are there any questions on Trio Day or any preference on any of the 2 dates?
17.
We see now. I'm not sure, but maybe the March 11th might be close to PDS. I'm sorry, policy. I mean policy. I just double check on that. I was trying to pull it up to see the dates, but I'm pretty sure it's close to that date.
Sorry, 5? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was taking notes too. Sorry.
There's going to be a discussion at the West Stop board meeting regarding how we are using CVent, because more and more chapters are using it for student activities, which has driven up the cost tremendously. CVent currently costs us about $11,000 a year, and this past year we had to fork over another $5,000 because of student activities logging into CVent. Each time you register a student or whoever, it costs us $5. So when you bring up the price of $15, we have to think about the impact, how much it costs us just to do the event. I'm not saying that the chapters are going to be paying for anything at this point, but that is a discussion in how we use CVent to register students.
Thank you for that feedback.
Another comment? No.
So moving on to SLC, like I said earlier, Elizabeth Duarte from Victor Valley College is our chair for the Student Leadership Conference this year. We have outreach to a couple institutions to see their interest about hosting and the feasibility of those institutions hosting SLC. Tony Wan from UCI informed us this morning that unfortunately UCI will not be able to sponsor the Student Leadership Conference. However, he's still looking and to see if he can host there. We had also a outreach to San Diego State and to CSU San Marcos, but I know they're still waiting to hear back, especially at San Marcos, to see if it's something that they can physically do, host SLC. San Diego State officially said they can't. So if there's any institution that is interested in hosting SLC 2017, please let us know. We currently look at 2 days, but it's all going to depend on the availability of the host institution. And so we still want to have it during the month of April. We have to propose dates, but again, it's going to depend on the hosting institution. So if anyone is interested in hosting SLC, there's ways. I know it becomes a conversation about cost. This year, we did increase the budget a little bit more for facilities cost. Last year, the cost for facilities was minimal at CSUSB because I was able to have the event sponsored through our Upper Bound program or through our Office of Pre-College program. So that's why the cost was minimal, but we do anticipate that some programs, if they want to host, they might not be able to get support to bring down the cost of facilities. Any questions? Sorry.
7.
Remember that. Is the budget available on the website already, the current one? So that would be good for institutions to look at to kind of get an idea whether or not they can even host.
The chapter budget is not available on the website. I haven't seen it. So we can work to upload that
We'll work on
budget.
it. 27.
It's in the Google Drive. So it's just a matter of transferring from the Google Drive to the website, the budget.
So we will make sure that the budget is uploaded into the chapter website by next week, so that institutions can take a look at it. If you have any questions, regarding the process, please reach out to me. I did it last year. It was a learning experience. I know Sergio has done it as well. So just reach out to a previous SLC host so that they can kind of walk you through the process. Or Temo, since they're just training at Temo.
Yeah.
So reach out to Temo or myself if you have any specific questions of how we went about minimizing the cost.
27.
I just wanted to mention that that we can also, we've been looking at four-year institutions, but there are some pretty big community colleges that we can reach out to for this as well. The two that come in mind that are pretty big to be able to hold something like that is like Mount SAC. And last year, just so you know, they did express interest, but we ended up choosing San Bernardino, but Mount SAC expressed interest last year, just so you know. Also, Pasadena City College is a larger community college, and I'm sure you all can think about others that are larger that can actually, maybe not 500, but we can maybe have 400, 350. That's what Mount SAC was supposed to have, 400 students. A little bit smaller, but it can still work potentially. So that's just one recommendation I wanted to also make. And it's also nice because most of our students, at least like a lot of the colleges, with all the new changes in California. So that's another thing. We don't have to stick to 4 years. So I also wanted to kind of bring that up.
Thank you.
So with that said, this is for Student Leadership Conference 2017. But moving forward, the process for the Student Leadership Conference is going to shift a little bit. I think it's going to return to its origins of how we do, how host institutions become host institutions for SLC. So I will be, in the spring, I will be sending out an email through the listserv requesting institutions who want to host SLC to prepare a bidding PowerPoint, a 5-minute bidding PowerPoint that will take place. The bidding will actually take place our last chapter meeting in, I believe, May 2017, because we really, we learned over the years that we need to start really early to make sure that by our last chapter meeting, we already have identified the host institution for the next year's SLC. So that's coming also in the spring. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Sorry. You're gonna listen to my heartbeat. So the next person up will be past president. And you'll be doing a couple reports, right?
4 things. Yeah.
4? All right.
They're all in the same one.
Okay. I think it's okay.
That one. All right. And of course, I don't have a copy of this, so I'm just going to be looking here. Oh, sorry.
That's a touchscreen.
Nice. Okay. Hello, everybody. I really want to thank Palomar for having us here again. Actually, my first chapter meeting way back in like 2000 something was in Palomar, so it's my second time here, so I'm glad to be here. So thank you all for having us. And hopefully the tacos are vegetarian. I'm looking forward to them.
Oh.
Moving forward. Moving forward. So when the positions got rewritten, I didn't realize that I rewrote a lot of things under past precedent. And that's why I have a 3-4 page report. Let me remove this. There. Okay. So first and foremost, before I actually want to call out the PDS committee in a minute, but I'm basically working with 3 committees, as you can see up here. PDS, we're also working with the professional development scholarships. That's a different committee. And the third committee that we have going on here, I added you, Sergio, just so you know, Professional Development Academy. Sergio's been working with us, so I thought I'd add him. Regarding the description, so basically the main role of the past president, and you can now look at everything's online, all the new position descriptions are online. So the main goal for the past president is to take care of anything related to professional development initiatives, including scholarships, PDS, basically anything, like I said, professional development, that's the main role of this position. Okay, so and since last year we started kind of gearing more into providing professional development, that's why we have so many initiatives now, because that's our our new goals. So as part of what I'm doing and all the committees that I'm overseeing doing, of course, the annual professional development seminar, in which I hope to provide networking opportunities, but of course also professional development opportunities to the membership. Number 4, recruit and select the most qualified candidates for the graduate and conference scholarship. So I'll talk about that in a minute. And number 5, the leadership development, it's happening. So really excited. We already made a commitment I'll talk more about it, but we made many commitments contract commitments to this academy. So it's happening this year. I'll talk about more details. So for the next part, if I can have my committee for PDS come up with your nice uniform shirts. I noticed that most of you, except for Temo, is wearing it. If I can have you all come up, because I actually want you to give your reports on what you're working on. As they come up, I will let you know that we have a new and improved theme. Our new theme is cultivating our own, investing in the next generation of educational opportunity professionals. Where have you heard that language before? Educational opportunity professionals. Where? West Stop, but also at the big kind of national level. So we decided to kind of tie it up. we started with cultivating our own, and then we're like, that's great, but let's add something else there. So I really like our new theme, or our added theme. So now some basic details before I let the committee give their own updates. So as you know, the Leadership Academy is happening on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. October the 22nd. PDS is Sunday, October the 23rd through the 25th, and the UB Professional Development, which is in which we're going to do in case you're wondering, that's actually, we're going to talk a lot about the grants, the new grants. So it's a workshop, and it's a 2-day workshop from 9 to 4 p.m. each day, okay? We only have 35 spots available, it's full, and I do foresee that we will be able to open up, there's a wait list right now, and I foresee that we'll be able to open up some more spots. My goal is to open it up to 10 more spots, so instead of 35, it's 45, but I need to ensure that we have adequate space, and that the contract that we have with that in the contract we stipulated that we were going to only have about 35. So I'm waiting on those two things to increase staff. So we have a fabulous location. It's the Embassy Suites at Mandalay in Oxnard. It's a really nice hotel. Me and Miriam actually joined me, and I know Deno's been there as well. We went to check it out, and it's an awesome venue for a small intimate event. We're right on the water. Like, it's really nice. So I hope that the weather actually continues hot, except in Riverside, but in Oxnard, I would love it to be hot so we can actually join, be able to maybe get in the ocean. Also view the lifestyle. All right, so now I'm gonna hand it over to workshops and keynotes. That would be Sergio, so he can give you your update on that.
Thank you, Eva. That's fine. So we have a total of 13 submissions for workshops. We have 4 workshop blocks. The first couple more, and they're all on Tuesday. So workshops are all happening on, Monday. They are starting at 9:30. So that's when we have our first workshop block. That's the 75-minute block that we mentioned. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different breakouts going on at once. So with 13 submissions, there are a few workshops, and I'll go over the titles here shortly, that are, I think, worthy of a repeat, because the rooms I do know have a capacity of anywhere between, from what I saw. Eva, do you know the capacity of the breakouts?
The biggest one is 50.
The biggest one is 50, but they all average anywhere between 25 and 30. And so it's kind of like an intimate hotel. So it's going to be good that we do have the ability to perhaps maybe showcase a couple of these workshops more than once. That being said, so we go 9:30 to 10:45 for session 1 or block A, 11 a.m. to 12:15 for block B. Then we have the awards luncheon, which should be a ticketed event in the ballroom. And then in the afternoon from 2:30 to 4 o'clock, we have the 90-minute sessions. And there's a couple that have submitted 90-minute session workshops. And really what makes the difference between a 75-minute and a 90-minute session is that I'm hoping the 90-minute has some type of an activity, something interactive, where some group work, something where we learn together instead of just presenting on a topic and allowing for a Q&A. So I'm going to contact each one of those presenters to see if they're willing to perhaps turn it into a 90-minute, just so we can have a full slate. We have confirmed President Chris Kimball, Cal Lutheran University president, as our keynote on Sunday. And we have confirmed our West Stop president-elect, Sam Blanco, who will be providing our West Stop update. We also have a COE representative. Her name is Christy. She's one of the newer members of the council, and she will be doing both a government relations on Tuesday, update on Tuesday, and we will be at the very least conferencing in someone from the Department of Ed to at least provide us an update. Hopefully they've got some solid deadlines with regards to the upcoming up or down competitions and APR and all that other good stuff.
But just to kind of give you all, at least those of you here and those of you streaming, Sunday, as far as arriving, if you're doing the professional development session, that's Saturday starting 9 and it goes through 5. So that's Saturday. Sunday, the conference registration, we have it starting at 8. And then we have the Upward Bound professional development workshop starting at from 9, and that goes to 4. We do have silent auction drop off at 12. We have a moderators meeting scheduled for 4 p.m. So if you're thinking of being a moderator, 4 p.m., you probably want to arrive obviously before then. The new members orientation is set for 4:30 to 5:30. And then we have the welcome and keynote happening at 6 to 7, with 7:30 being our presidential dinner off-site. And then obviously the breakfast, if you ever been at Embassy Suites, it's complimentary, it's awesome, it's on your own. So I have that slated out for 8 for every morning for you all, because we do have sessions starting as early as 8:30. But that should be it. We have a chapter meeting going on Tuesday, roundtables, and lunch and remarks. We should be out of there by 1:30. So that's my report. Yeah.
Any questions for Sergio before we move on to registration? Okay.
Okay, hello. Yes, the early bird registration deadline has passed. The registration is still open, so it is $300. The deadline is October 14th, but I highly encourage you to register as soon as possible. The deadline for booking the hotels with our West Stop rate is October 3rd, which is Monday. Monday, yes. So if you haven't registered yet, you can do it now. You can do it on your phone. I opened it on my phone right now. So exactly as of 2 minutes ago, we are actually at 108, not 107, which is really good. So instead of, we only need 7 members left to reach our ultimate goal of 115. I received several emails about, just registration questions. I'm doing the registration for both itself and the hospitality activities that you'll hear about in a minute. So contact me with any questions. Other than that, I just hope to see you all there.
Can you talk about those numbers? How many you have on wait list?
Yes. Okay. So for the grant writing workshop, there was a 35-person limit, and that has been filled for a while. There is a wait list, and the wait list is actually full. So there was a 10-person wait list, and I know that Eva is working to try and see if we can accommodate more numbers, but as of right now, that is full, and that's pretty much it. The hospitality. Do you want me to go over those numbers?
The numbers. Okay.
So as of right now, we have 41 people registered for the presidential dinner, but we can accommodate up to 80. So if you haven't registered for that, I encourage you to do that on the actual website, this event website. You can go in and modify your registration. I've sent out emails. When I send out the emails for like the Harbor Dinner Cruise and the presidential dinner, it includes the instruction on how to go in and modify your own registration, but I'm happy to help you with that. For the Harbor Dinner Cruise, and I believe yesterday, I think was the email was sent out, and we have a happy 3 people, but I haven't registered yet either. So, I don't think any of us up here have this demo. I thought demo, and you registered as well. Okay, so if you haven't, please do that. That'll be a wonderful time. There's going to be a taquero on the boat, unlimited tacos, really good, DJ, everything. Yeah, you can register right now.
I'm registering right now.
And you can bring up to 1 guest. So you register yourself, and then you can bring, if you're bringing like a spouse, a friend, what have you, you can register up to 2 people on the website. Okay. Are there any questions for registration? Yes. I'm like, yeah, you.
Tony, you need to acknowledge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Wait, is that your number? Oh.
No, that's Eva's.
Well, 25. Thank you.
What is the capacity for the Harbor Cruise?
The capacity for it's 70? Oh, I put it at 60, but it's 70, so there's plenty of space available. I'll adjust that on the website. Okay, any other questions? No?
Okay, and perfect. So hospitality and activities, so they'll talk more details about this presidential dinner and the boat dinner cruise.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, it's helpful with trying to set up these activities since it's in his neck of the woods. So the big thing that we want to stress is in the past, we've had a president's reception and it's just been appetizers, finger foods. And what we wanted to do was just something a little bit different to get everybody out of the hotel and just get out. So we're doing an actual dinner. So it's a full-on. You're gonna get like appetizer. You're gonna pick what you're basically gonna get. Unlimited fountain drinks, and this is gonna be outside. We're providing transportation, so we're really encouraging everybody to come out to this. It'll be a great opportunity to, one, get out of the hotel, two, mingle and meet other members. You have to realize that we're all the way down here, like by San Diego area, all the way up to like Ventura, and we might even have some people come out from other areas. So it's a great opportunity to get out, mingle, meet others, and it's $20 if you pay in advance, but if you pay that day, we're doing 30. So it's really good. You're getting a meal. That's what you're getting. So I'm pretty sure that maybe most of you will be able to use that as your per diem. You have to go eat dinner somewhere anyway. Might as well come out, hang out with all these wonderful people, and have a good time. You want to talk about that too?
Yeah, so really quick, we managed to get dinner at Genmai Sushi. So he's the owner. He works a lot with our programs. He gave us a great deal on the food. That's why we're able to provide you with a food dinner for $20. I mean, if you go to Jack in the Box and you're like me, you're gonna spend like 15. So, and what's really cool about it, I mean, it's a great place to go eat. Individuals that sign up, and that's why I want to encourage it, the more he'll put out, because he basically said he's going to shut the restaurant down for us, and he'll close until we leave. But the thing is that we don't want him to do stuff like that if we're only if our numbers aren't meeting the need, because at that point he's losing money. But I mean, our goal was to at least get 50 to 60. Which is almost half of the registrants, and I mean, because he's willing to put up a live band, and there's room for karaoke, and drink specials throughout the night. So I mean, why not? $20, you can pay for it, and that's why we call it a presidential dinner. Remember, it's on the writing, so we could swipe our cards and pay for that dinner. Okay, so please make sure you sign up. How are we going to get there? We're actually going to get a shuttle. So the money we would usually spend, we're able to channel it to getting shuttles to take us over there. So you don't have to worry about driving that day. And it's going to be very important that we get a solid number, because he's working the price based on the number of individuals going. He's reserved 2 different shuttles, like a 20 passenger and a 15 passenger, I believe. And the plan is that right after presidential dinner right after the opening keynote, they're already going to be there awaiting us. So it takes about, I want to say no more than 10 minutes to get to the restaurant, maybe even 5. And at about 7:30 or 8 o'clock, I believe. And I believe at 9:30, 10 o'clock, the shuttles are going to start taking individuals back if they choose not to stay for entertainment. And they'll be driving back and forth about every 15 minutes to half an hour, so that if you get tired, you could go. And so all that will be provided. The only thing we ask is maybe slip them $1 or whatever, because he's also not charging us much. That they're working with us a whole lot. What's going to be served? So appetizers are going to be out there. Like I said, the numbers go up. This is unofficial, but hopefully have like some hot or warm sake on the tables already awaiting us. So appetizers, there was edamame, soups, and some dumplings that are already going to be out on the table. So even if you don't get your food quickly, there'll be stuff to eat. It'll be a bento box, like your traditional bento box. With the different options, vegetarian if needed, and half of a special roll. So not just a regular, like a spicy tuna, but an actual special roll that he makes in-house. So it'll be pretty good. So that's on Sunday. Okay, so make sure everybody signs up. We still have a lot of room. And please do it soon because we want to get those numbers. It's like a wedding, you know, you want to RSVP. So because we want them to plan ahead so that we're served very quickly. We don't have to be waiting for the food, and they know how much food I have to have ready as well. On Monday, we just pretty much it took a while, a lot of patience, but we finally solidified a boat cruise. It's going to be the Ventura Harbor. That boat cruise, we're scheduled to get on the boat, hopefully by 6 o'clock, depart at 6:30, have it for an hour and a half. The taquero is going to be there. He'll be serving pastor, chicken asada, and a vegetarian option. It's pretty much tacos. There's going to be a no host bar, so you'll be able to purchase any kind of drinks that you'd like. And I want to say the most expensive drink is $5. So it's fairly inexpensive as well. We do have capacity of about 70 for that. So please sign up as soon as you can. That way we could also, if we have to, change the numbers around for the taquero as well. Alrighty. And that is $45 again. If you notice, it's a harbor dinner. So that means that you could also use your per diem for the dinner as well. But you wouldn't be able to use it for the drinks outside of soda pop and water. So just please make sure you sign up. We've already put in deposits for the boat. So we want to make sure that we're not going to be upside down on that. So please, everybody, make sure that you sign up. We highly encourage you. And it's going to be super fun. Alrighty. Anything else? Any questions? Comments, concerns?
And someone are going to be there, so you guys have to come.
Yeah. Right.
We want to see all of you.
And that one, sorry, we don't have transportation for that one, but it's like a 2-minute drive, maybe. It's off of Spinnaker. So maybe about 5-minute drive. So we could all carpool together. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. They've been working really hard on both of these activities. Thank you both of them for that. It's been a lot of work actually to put these things together. So the only thing, one thing I want to mention before we move on to our words and moderators is that all these things, they have capacity, and this year we've been very fortunate to reach capacity for everything. We met the room guarantee, like, not even kidding, like 2-3 weeks after we've increased the rooms twice. And FYI, there's no more rooms. The deadline is October 3rd, but they will not increase them again unless we do a new contract in which we're not. So there's no more rooms. At this point, you would have to pay regular rate, just so you know, if you waited. But I was able to increase twice, and I did. Same thing as the presidential dinner, they didn't mention it, but we have the capacity of 80 people. And I do think that if you wait, it's going to be full. So I really suggest, not only that, but why would you want to pay $10 more? So I really suggest that you just go online and solicit that. And same thing for the boat dinner cruise. We can fit up to 70, but we don't necessarily, right now, we will go ahead and begin with 60. And if more people are interested, let us know. Remember, everybody can bring a guest. So if you're thinking, oh, everybody can come, think about it. It's 108 of you that signed up. So, and if everybody brings a guest, that's about 200 people. So if you really want to take part in any of these things, I really recommend that you sign up ASAP, because this is not the PDS that you're going to be able to sign up there. Just so you know, we've been having a very good problem of filling everything up. So I just wanted to mention that, that like the third week we opened up registration, we had like 80. And I was like, okay, with 80, we can have a great PDS, but then people kept signing up. So that was awesome. But I was happy with 80 because there's been PDSs where we have 80. So anyway, I just wanted to say that they will fill up. So please sign up everything has a cap. So please find out, and we're not trying to be mean, it's just, they have a cap. And like, you know, if you went to Reno, the bus of the famous bus had a cap and they were full, and all the other activities that Reno had was full. So this is gonna be full too. So anyway, I won't keep repeating myself, but just wanted to reiterate the importance of actually signing up to these things. And I will say that the Oxnard, we developed these activities because the hotel is not in the middle of it all necessarily, okay? So we made these activities to have something else to do, okay? That's on that note.
And really quick, I guarantee you'll never have the same sushi experience ever unless you go back. I guarantee you. All right. I mean, and if you do, I'll pay for that dinner.
Oh.
But it's one of the greatest. It's really cool. I mean, like the owner, he loves our programs. He loves what we do. He's actually paid for our previous 2 keynote speakers. I mean, just run that out there. But that's just the way. The way. Once he heard, other administrators, oh yeah, bring them over. Whoa. So yeah, some of the best sushi out in Oxnard. I mean, that's I'll say bar none. And the taquero, if you like pastor, that's some of the best pastor you'll eat. And if you like Mexican food, hey, Oxnard's the Mecca. I don't care what anybody says. They have some of the best tacos out there.
TJ?
I love the Oxnard pride here. Born and raised in Oxnard.
Obviously.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on from that to the awards and moderators.
Can I interject?
Oh,
Have met quorum, so we could possibly call the meeting to order.
Or continue. What would
Just
you like us to do?
let's continue with yours, and then after that.
Okay, so awards and
We're already
moderators.
rolling.
Hello, everyone. I'm Claudia Garcia. So you've probably been receiving my emails about nominating someone for these awards that we have. We have the Doreen de los Santos Dynamic Service Award and Outstanding New Member Service Award. The deadline to nominate someone is actually today, but if you haven't done it yet and it's on your to-do, I'm willing to accept these nominations until the end of next week. So please, if you have someone in mind that you would like to nominate for one or the other for these awards, please do it. And then also for moderators, I've already received, some of you already filled out the form to be a moderator at PDS. Thank you so much. I will be emailing you back soon with further details. If you haven't, if you're interested and you haven't filled out the form yet, please do it. I need more people. I think I only have like 7 who have volunteered, and I need at least 15 of you. I'll be emailing probably today again that email so you guys can get the link and you can go ahead and do those things. Okay, thank you. And if you have any questions, just email me. This is my email.
Okay. Will you, I'm sorry, I was in the back. Will you be opening the deadline?
For
Extending
the deadline.
Oh, yes, until next week.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. We were having a side conversation, meeting. Okay, so, all right, new members, Bernice is here.
Good morning, I'm Bernice. I work with Berenice for the new members committee, and so right now for PDS, we are planning a night. We have the new members orientation on Sunday, I believe 4 to 5 for an hour. New, I'm coming to PDS. You're not new. New member? Okay, so we have new people. So we will be with you guys on Sunday. So we just have a fun hour planned for you guys. We'll have some food and we'll do introductions and a game or something to get to know each other and just so you can get to know more about Weststop and SoCal Weststop. So yeah, so and also, are you guys already part of the listserv? Please email one of us. We want to make sure that you guys are getting all the emails. So our emails are up on the screen if you guys want to send it to myself or then you send an email just to make sure that you're receiving all the information. Okay. Any questions from anyone? Thank you.
Okay, and I didn't put it in my report, but Angie Alvarez, she's our technology support, and she will be showing you a few things on the website related to PDF.
Okay, so if you guys go to our website, under events, you'll see our SoCal PDF. We don't have internet connection. So much for technology, right?
You should get the technology chair to check it out.
The technology chair.
Oh. It's not a Mac. Hey, don't
Oh, it's internet only.
It is, it's
so
connected
you
to
can
that.
stream.
Just try it one more time.
It's connected.
Oh, that's connected. Refresh it.
Yeah, that's what it's trying to do.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's tight. I think the computer gave up on us.
It's Friday.
Well, everybody can pick it up on their phone.
Trying to make me look bad.
Everybody disconnect.
So you guys see on the website right here, there's more info, so you guys can also use this link.
How come Sergio's in all the pictures?
Sergio paid me to put all his pictures up there. By the way. Doesn't want to do it. No, it's not working.
It works
Yeah.
on the regular, like, you're on your personal computer.
Yeah, so if you guys go to the events page under the SoCal West Stop or under more info here, you can find a tentative agenda, which is getting updated soon. It has the call for proposals. It has a link to all the activities that they talked about. So you guys can go on there to get more information about what's going on because Tony opened all these windows. On the, for the hospitality, it has a link to CVent, so if you haven't registered yet, you can go straight to there instead of looking for all the emails that have the CVent link. And it also has a link to the awards, and I don't think I put the moderators, but the awards registration, so if you want to nominate somebody for one of the awards, it's also on the website. So it's actually pretty clean and it's nice, so you guys can go on there whenever you get a chance to, or if you guys need to do anything related to PDS. So the computer is making me look bad. So. All right.
Thank you, Angie. Sorry about that. Okay, so since I am on the kind of website, the next thing, so just so you know, two other members of the committee is James Johnson. He's going to be working on evaluations with us, and also research development. We have Hortensia Cuevas as well. Just so you know, those are the other two members of the committee. But I really, at this point, I'll have everybody go ahead and take their seats. But I really wanted to thank all of them for everything they're doing. Anybody that works with me, they know I'm on top of it, and with me. I really appreciate all the work they're doing. I already call this a success, and it hasn't even happened. So, but it's because of everybody. I'm only making sure that things are happening, but they're doing most of the work for sure. Some of the other areas in which that I wanted to, just to conclude my report, is a professional development scholarship. So that is due in a week. We have 4 scholarships. 2 scholarships are for those individuals that want to attend a conference. This conference could be West Hub, it could be policy seminar, it can be anything that you're interested in attending. Although we would love it if you use it for West Hub or policy. However, you could submit for anything else, just to mention that. Last year, one of the participants that won, they got it for the Haku conference in Anaheim. So I just wanted to kind of mention that it's not just for related to TRIO conferences. Each scholarship is for $1,000, and then we also have graduate school scholarships, and each of those are also for $1,000 for individuals that are doing graduate school. And just to clarify, graduate school could be a master's, could be a doctorate, because I know there's a lot of you that are not just doing masters, but they're doing doctorates. So it's beyond a bachelor's, anything beyond a bachelor's. So we have 2 of those available. I will tell you something, we did this last year. If we do not get enough participants to apply, we will not open it up until next year, so the money will sit in the account. Last year we had 4, we only distributed 3, so that money stayed there. So you know how we tell our students, the money just sits there when we don't apply for scholarships? For us too. Okay, so it's just everything we tell them all the time, I'm just throwing it back at you. Please apply. Apply to these scholarships. It took years. I know that the chapter's been working on this for years, and we finally made it happen. So this is our 2nd year making it happen. So I want to make sure that they're a little bit more competitive, that you're actually applying. So my fabulous idea this year was to have past recipients be part of the selection committee. So that's why you see Desiree Rivera. She won a scholarship. She attended West Hub. Is Javier here? No, I think he works here, right? Okay, and then Javier Leduno got a graduate scholarship. Angelica Alvarez right here, she got a graduate scholarship as well. And then Yamisette Western Band, she got a conference scholarship. And Yamisette was the one that I mentioned, she went to the Haku conference. So these are the only past recipients, and all of them agreed to help out with scoring these scholarships. So the way that it's going to work, just so you know, this year we are using technologies to score them. So basically, you apply by Friday, October 7. We will not open it up. Whoever applies, that's what we have. And by the way, I did have a few, I think like 2 people that already applied. So please apply. Don't wait. I will not open it up. Committee will review the scholarships from October the 10th, which is a Monday, through October the 14th. They will review them on their own, and on October I believe the 17th, we will actually do a teleconference and decide on who are the awardees. Okay. And the awardees will not be notified until PDS during the luncheon on, I believe it's Tuesday, I'm not 100% sure, but one of the 2 luncheons, they will be notified, the awardees for these scholarships. Any questions about the scholarships? How to apply? It's on the website that is still loading. It shouldn't be loading in your computers or cell phones, but here they are, a conference scholarship and graduate scholarship. Both of them, they're pretty easy to apply, but they do require a few things. So that's why I'm saying don't wait, go in there, see what the requirements are. Some of them require a resume, some of them require a letter of rec, some of them require transcripts from your current institution or proof of enrollment. They require different things. So this is not something that you're just gonna sit next Friday and do necessarily. Okay? Alrighty, so that's the scholarship information. And I will send one last email tomorrow. I've been sending weekly emails to just kind of remind everybody. So I will send one final one. All right, the next thing, and last, I promise. So it's the Career and Professional Development Academy. We have selected 13 participants. Our goal was 10, but we were willing to go up all the way to 15 if we needed to. But we got 13, so it's perfect, right in between. Everybody's confirmed that they will be attending. Most of them will be attending PDS, and and then they just arrive on Saturday, but there are a few that are not attending PDS. They're just gonna go directly for the academy and leave, and that's fine too. So these 13 participants, we will acknowledge them also at PDS, so you know who they are, you see their faces, the ones that stay. It will be in Oxford on Saturday, like Sergio mentioned, 9 to 5, and session 2 will be on Saturday, February the 25th in Monterey, California. I am working already with Dr. Joy Britton. She's the chair of Weststop to solidify that day for our academy. We just need a small little room. I'm looking at Christina, Marichu, since they're part of that board, and Tony. But they already knew that this was my intention since last year, so I'm a big fan. So yes, we are planning on having it there. More details to come. 3 will be, and this is already paid for. You probably saw it in the financial report that Angie gave us earlier. We already paid the deposit, and the deposit was 50% of the total amount. It's a really nice conference center, and this will be a retreat Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as part of the registration, the fee for these candidates was $1,000, and they are making only 2 payments. The first payment, they made it with PDS. Second payment, they're making it with Weststop. And the third payment, and there's no third payment, the third payment, SoCal is paying the extra $300. For those of you that were not there in May, that's the way that this is being paid. So it's an $1,000 fee. SoCal is paying $300 for each of our members to be part of this. This is the Leadership Academy. Any questions about it? Okay, alrighty. So in my next report, I will give you some details as we go throughout the year. I'll give you details about what we did. I may even have some of the members. There's several of you here, part of these 13. I may even have some of them give a word on what they did, that kind of stuff. So as we move forward, you'll get more like the agenda stuff, just so you know what we're doing in those academies, because part of it is being paid by the association, like I said, by the SoCal Association. That. So I do want to, one of my biggest recommendations, but Claudia already mentioned it, was to extend the deadline, but it sounds like it's been extended, so that's awesome. Some other stuff that we need support with, Hortensia is not here today, but if any of you would like to donate anything, she did convey to me to either bring it that day, as we always do, or just communicate with her, depending on what it is, so that we can do the whole silent auction. So I just wanted to let you know that if anybody has anything, or at least email her, tell her, hey, I'm bringing a basket of X, Y, and Z. That would be good. Members, the moderators, Claudia already talked about it, and the awards as well. And we talked about everything, so that's it. I respectfully submit my report. Actually, it's our report, just so a reminder, Gustavo's still on board. He's still working. He's the PDS co-chair. He wasn't able to be here, but both of us put the report together for you, the 4-page report for you all. So that's that. That's all. Thank you for your time.
So I've been informed that we did meet quorum after all now. I think we're set. So we'd like to call the meeting to order, and I'll open up any motions, I guess.
So moved.
Okay.
What's your name? You say your name?
Dorita, Padilla.
So moved. So.
Give me a second. So the meeting has begun officially 11:50 a.m. So we're going to follow along and still go through the agenda. Do we need to go back at all, or No, we gone too far?
Did you
Going back to where it was. I think that's it. Motion to approve the minutes. Number 24.
Second calendar. Move to approve minutes.
You second?
Teresa Padilla, I'll second.
23. All right. Minutes are approved. So it's okay, we continue on then to where we left off. Do you want to come back up, Dalia? Or no, we're just gonna do the doodle pad? We're good? All right. So we're gonna continue on with the service council reports. We're gonna invite medium up for COE Fair Share campaign.
Take out your wallets, please.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. I'm not kidding. Okay, let's see if I can find my recorder. I should have been paying attention when people were cooking. Maybe you closed yours. Oh, no, there. Okay. Alrighty, so my report is not too long. So the biggest thing that I wanted to stress with everybody, I know we have a few new members here today, but just to briefly tell you what Fair Share is. Basically, COE advocates for TRIO programs, all TRIO programs. So they're out there lobbying on our behalf, which helps our students, which helps us have jobs, all of those things. They help by providing grant writing workshops, different types of things. And there are two ways that COE gets funds from us TRIO professionals. So it's either your institution is institutional as an institutional member, and then you get a discounted rate for COE events such as the annual conference. And then the other way is to give personal contributions, which come out of your pockets, to again help COE with all of their efforts. So last year we did not meet our goal as a whole, as West South as a whole. I did reach out to try to find out what our exact goal is for the chapter. I haven't gotten a number yet, but I'm estimating that it's similar to last year's goal. Last year our chapter goal was at about $8,000. So just so you know, they set a goal for the state of California, how many institutions in California are TRIO or West South members, and then they base it off of that. So I'm estimating that it's between $8,000 and $10,000 of personal contributions, which means that's what the members are giving just for SoCal specifically. So just so you know, West South as a whole, for last year, we didn't meet our goal. We were at 91%. So for the whole chapter, it was a little bit over $14,000. And if you include the institutional memberships, that was a little bit more than $300,000. So I want to remind you all that I went over this during the last meeting, last academic year. It was about 10% of SoCal members that contributed. And this is really sad. It was about 23 members, so less than 25. So last year we had about 230 members roughly, and that's such a small percentage that are taking the time to give to COE. And again, I would not be up here asking you to give if I wasn't already giving. So I already gave a one-time donation for the year, and I'm reaching out to all the members here today to really consider giving something. And remember that SoCal is the biggest chapter out of the organization. So we carry the biggest amount of members. The one that I stress the most is the 10 for 10 campaign. Basically sign up to give $10 a month for 10 months. And the sooner you start doing it, like you don't even think about it. You spend $10 at Starbucks. Like in one day, or like anywhere else, you know what I mean, if you go grab some fast food or something like that. So I'm really asking everybody to do this so that as a chapter we can meet the goal. And again, the purpose of this is to help COE advocate for all of our programs, to help our students to basically secure our jobs, things like that, okay? I do have forms with me, and they take everything. Do you have the checkbook, the chapter?
No, I
No.
don't.
Okay. Well, you can sign. You can do it with a credit credit card, debit card. If you have a personal check, you can write out a personal check. And you choose what you want to do. If you want to do a one-time thing and knock it out, if you want to schedule something monthly. I don't want it to be like last year where we're at the last chapter meeting and again I'm like, hey, you haven't given, you haven't given, you haven't given. I know it's a lot to ask people to give, but I think $10 a month is not too much to ask for. And I know that we've had some members who've been able to give more. So all I'm asking everybody here today, I counted about less than 50 people, is to really consider doing this, filling out the form, knocking it out. One of the things that happened last year is a lot of people signed up to contribute, but for one reason or another, their contributions stopped. Maybe they got a new car, maybe they changed account numbers and they forgot to update their information. So I understand things like that happen, but I really want to make sure that as a chapter, we meet this goal. I can't speak for other chapters. I can only speak for SoCal's progress with Fairshare. So again, I'm asking you all to really consider that. See me after the meeting, during lunchtime. I have the forums. If you have any specific questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. If I don't have the answer for you, I will get the answer for you. And that's, oh, sorry, one thing that I did leave off is I am looking for people to join in and help me out. As of right now, I'm the only one on this committee. I think there were like 1 or 2 people I saw at COE that were interested in helping out. So if you are interested, I'll be happy to share with you what you do besides asking people for money, or the different ways that you ask people for money in order to meet this goal. That's all I have.
Questions? No. 17.
Using Barrio College Institute. I just wanted to share that we are probably taking a different direction in meeting our goal. It's typically 25 for California to meet the 10 for 10, and usually we get a free registration for policy seminar. One of the things that I've suggested to COE is breaking up our California, since we are in 3 chapters, and I'm looking at requesting for SoCal to be 15 10 for 10s, CenCal probably 10 for 10, and NorCal 15. Because Eva, correct me, I think you said that this past year, at least 20 of the 10 for 10s all came from Southern California anyway.
22.
22, so there you go, we can easily meet it and get a free registration. We shouldn't lose opportunities like that. So I'll let you know when that kind of goes through.
Thank you. 24.
I just wanted to also kind of screw out just wanted to also emphasize the importance of what this is. And I think fair share is probably not the best designation or name for this effort, because people, a negative, like, I think, perspective to it, like, what do you mean I'm not getting my fair share, or what is this fair share thing? When in reality, all we're doing is we're building an advocacy chest. We can't lose sight of the fact that COE, just like West Up, is a 501c3, and they can't exceed a certain percentage of their operational budget doing advocacy, or more in their case, lobbying. But advocacy and lobbying is a big portion of what they do on the behalf of all the programs funded through the Department of Education, including TREAT. So because we are a profession that really is contingent on the appropriations process, it's important that they have those monies available to them, so that Kim Jones can be on the Hill and sit through Senate and House hearings on why these programs need to be sustained. So I mean, it's just something that we need to be able to make that connection. Miriam mentioned it's our job to depend on it. Yeah, I mean, they really do, but you have to be able to make that connection. Especially some of us who have benefited from these programs. Like, to me, I would be devastated if one day Up or Down ceased to exist. And when I got my first Up or Down job in 2005, I came into that very exact environment. I came in to Up or Down being zeroed out in the presidential budget. And it took the efforts of people like us in this room to organize and to fight to make sure that those programs didn't get defunded. So, you know, Miriam uses the example. I used to say this all the time. I'm like, hey, don't drink Starbucks one day a week. And you are more than going to do a fair share in this effort. And after a while, it's just something you don't even realize you're doing. So I do want to encourage you. We have a good one here at SoCal Miriam. I'm doing the coordination for this effort for the entire region, but we have a good one here. We are the largest chapter, so we need your help, because on top of just making these calls, these invoices, and calling people to remind them to renew their membership, and tell them to take advantage of membership discounts and things like that. So sometimes we do phone payments, things of that sort, on our lunch times and after work. So, you know, we need all the help. We need all boots on the ground, because if California as a whole makes fair share, the entire region makes fair share. And that's the truth. And, you know, you guys have an advocate, a champion, and you guys have a benefactor here at this institution, Palomar. I don't know, I can't speak for this year, but in the past, Calvin Wonder has donated as much as $5,000 of his own money to this cause. You don't just give that type of money away if it doesn't mean something, if it's not important to you. Okay? Many of us are just going to give $500 a year, $1,000 a year. It's hard. It's a little hard sometimes. But you have to be able to see the connection. Your employment is unfortunately very political. And it's something that many times can be out of your control. So we depend on those individuals that are boots on the ground effort, making sure that our students have us to pretty much ensure that this pipeline doesn't cease to exist. So just keep that in mind. I mean, this is not enough of us here. You'll start seeing more of my emails on the listserv, CCing Miriam and all the other chapter presidents to help us on this effort. But when you hear us asking for money, just understand why we're doing it. And it's not just that we're taking your money, we kind of sort of are, but it's going to the right cause.
Thank you, Sergio. Eva?
I just want to mention that COE still owe us for last year the registration for policy seminar. So my recommendation is, if they're not going to give us a check for $450, that they allow our president to go for free this year. Keep throwing that and putting it in the minutes, because I believe that we more than met, SoCal more than met it.
17.
So I will have to clarify with Al Phillips, because apparently he said we didn't make the deadline of 25. So I will clarify with that.
Thank you.
Oh, and one more thing, I did talk to our president, Tony, about this. Something that I want to do for the next chapter meeting as an incentive for those of you that signed up today. We will have an opportunity drawing for those of you that signed up for fair share at the chapter meetings. So hopefully that will be an incentive for you. Small gift card of some sort, don't know to where yet, but that's something that I do want to do, just to encourage people. Maybe we could do Starbucks, maybe Target, I don't know, something, mix it up. So hopefully that will encourage you, knowing that, hey, well, if I get this gift card, I get a little bit of my money back. So anyway, just a little something as an incentive.
Just kind of throwing an idea out there, sorry if you see that funny logo. Maybe something in the month of November, like saying thanks COE, some sort of drive, giving some sort of thanks in November, some sort of drive like that.
Number 29.
Arnoldo Guerra, Palomar College. I know we're not supposed to use, obviously, grant funds to pay for things like resources, like our lobbying and all that. Just kind of thinking outside the box, and I'm not sure if this still kind of falls within that realm. If somebody, to kind of marry the vision and the mission of SoCal West Off with professional development of our members, and also as a way to kind of raise money for fair share, if somebody were to volunteer their time to host like maybe a one-day workshop, for example, we have the override competition coming up, So if there's a veteran out there who wanted to host or volunteer to attempt to do a workshop to kind of educate or train our newer members on the upward bound grant writing competition, and as a way to register for this professional development event in terms of grant writing, can that money that's being used to register for that go towards something like fair share? If it's technically money being used for professional development. That makes sense?
I'm looking at Mari too because she's the expert.
Do you need a clear explanation on that?
I need you to say it again.
So if one of, if a SoCal West Dot member, like a veteran staff, wanted to volunteer their time to how to do upward bound grant writing, and only in return ask for a small registration fee, like $10, could that money that was used to pay for professional development be used to, like a fundraiser, be used to go towards fair share? It's not technically being used to, it's
Okay, if the individual volunteers outside of their work time, they can do whatever they want. And they can collect whatever money they want. And it's up to them to then decide what they're gonna do with the money. They're an independent contractor. If SoCal West hosts it and says it's a grant writing workshop, that's fine too. Now, if you're going to use West resources like CVent, then we have to recoup the funds or the cost that it costs SoCal to host it. Then whatever money you want, you can do with it or what you want. The thing is I would caution you to not mix activities. Because we are an organization that is for the benefit of its members. So if you're going to do a grant writing, do a grant writing. Then on the side, you as a chapter can decide, okay, this year we're going to donate 10% of all our fundraising activities to DOE. That's legitimate. You can do that at any time. But again, as a nonprofit, I have to report how much money we spend to COE and account for that. So, does that answer your question? Just keep it simple.
So it sounds like in theory it could.
You can do it. You can do it right now. You can just decide as a board, okay, we're going to give 10% back. Or, $100 back.
Number 27.
So I just want to also let you know, not on the fiscal side of it, but we are doing that in PDS already. So just as a chapter, we recognize the importance of the whole grant writing. So PDS, that's what Sunday, people that are out Sunday at 9 a.m., that's what they're going to be doing. So I just wanted to let you know, we're kind of doing that already. So just FYI.
Okay, thank you, and please see me during lunchtime to get your form, those of you that are interested in signing up today. Thanks.
Thank you, Miriam. So the next person up, Lejer. Horacio could not make it today, but Cristina Aguirre, our past president of West Up, is very happy to take his place and report.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good morning. So I'll make this short and sweet. Okay. So as of August 2016, EOC programs were awarded $48 million for 143 programs. As for the Upward Bound competition, there has actually been some updates that came out as of this Monday from COE. Let's see. So at the annual conference, Dr. Linda Bird Johnson, that the funding ban for talent search programs we're supposed to know on Thursday, September 15, but as of Monday, the 26th, they have not heard anything back. Surprise, surprise, right? Okay. Upward bound competitions, as you know, I believe about 2 weeks ago, the comments, 335 responses that were sent in. As of right now, the goal for Upward Bound competition is to be at the end of November of this year, but rumor has it that it probably won't be till December of 2016. As far as for McNair, January 2017, UBMS January 2017, and Veterans February 2017 as well. COE is having grant writing workshops, I believe one in October. APR, Student Support Services, for SSS APR open, and they will close on Tuesday, September 27th. That already passed, never mind. EOC APR has actually been reopened for comments, and that is due October 19th. And for McNair, that also has been reopened, and that is due October 26th. Questions? And I'm sure when Horacio gets back, he will give you guys information for policy that will be coming up in March. What were the dates again?
Towards the end of March. I don't have the dates.
Okay, somewhere in March, yeah. Okay. And that is it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up is membership and elections. Berenice and actually Bernice Delgado. Careful. Come on up. Nice and slow.
Did you trip Emilio? Cruise control. Is it up there?
Don't tell me the one that was deleted. But that's okay. Yeah, I think I was a lucky one.
You got a winner.
You have a.
Connect to the internet.
I don't have it. Do you have it on you?
Okay, so I will be reading off my report since I was the lucky one. So like we were talking earlier a little bit about, just want to make sure to welcome all new members and focus on how we're welcoming everybody. Let's see, for our goals and priorities, we had our first conference call 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, with Laura Shepard. She's the chair for West Stop members and elections. So it was her, myself, and one of the other region leaders. So we're going to try to host more of these conferences just so that we're all on the same page. Like I said, on how we welcome our new members. And we're working on creating a flyer so that we can target new programs. Let's see, another goal is we want to make sure we communicate with our secretary just to make sure that we have up-to-date sign-in sheets, up-to-date voting members, institutional members. Last year, we had about 232 members total. So one of our goals is to increase. We have said by 5%, but after Tony's report, I think it'd be easy to, raise that up to 15%, obviously, especially with all the new programs. So that's one of our goals, is just to target all the new programs, reach out to them, send them a neat flyer. Although our early bird registration is next Wednesday, the 6th. So as of now, we have 137 members registered for SoCal. Obviously, they are still in the process till next week, so hopefully that goes up to over 200 soon. And if not, then we're going to start, like I said, reaching out to the new programs just to make sure that our numbers are meet or exceed last year, of course. Okay, other than that.
Okay, any members stand up and introduce themselves.
New members, I know we had a few hands over here. You can just stand up and announce, no official spot, but just your name and what institution you come from.
The new members to stand up.
Hello everybody, my name is Arthur Kawat. I'm going to be with UCSD's Trio Upward Bound Math and Science. So Tony, those positions.
Welcome.
Hi everyone, this is Hannah, SSS, Cal State Dominguez Hills, product of SSS and DH, and I'm here with the math.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela Hernandez. I'm the outreach coordinator for NCOC. You'll see here Palomar College, and product of Upward Bound. Yay!
Anyone?
All right, hi everyone. My name is Eduardo Corsate. I'm here for Palomar College, PTS, and I'm a program ambassador.
On this side now?
I guess I'm an official member now. My name is Brian Sanchez. I'm with Educational Counselors, Palomar College.
Well, thank you for being here and making it to this meeting, and hope to see you up here.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Good to see all the new members. And introduce yourself, come say hi. All right, the next one up is public relations. Amel?
It is on the website though. Where's up there? I only closed one.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good afternoon, and I know it's time for lunch. She just introduced herself. I'm going to be adding her as the committee member. She's willing to help me out, and we have many, many great ventures to look forward to for SoCal West Stop with the PR committee. I can go back. No. Okay, I believe in the new website, Angie, correct me, the e-newsroom is under resources?
I think it's resources.
Yes, so if you go to resources, you'll find the e-newsroom. That is the whole initiative we are trying to manage. At this point, the transfer just completes the photo world till May 2015. I still have the photographs all the way to December. And I also have the photographs for this year. This year, I just changed the pattern a little bit to make it easier to be shown on the website, and also to handle all the photographs because they were coming in. I have about 300 photographs up until 2015, late 2013 till 2015, 300 photographs. That was great. This year, when I started off with the National Trio Day, we had
about 25, and we still have the Trio Day video that I showed you at West Stop in Reno, which they'll all be going to this new website as soon as I can get with Angie and work out a telephone conference maybe and get all of this together. I will try my best to have everything ready by PDS, so we can probably launch our e-newsroom completely. This year, the second phase for the ePhoto World that I suggested, the first was National Trio Day, the second is Trio Graduation. And I got about 14 submissions. If you still have photographs for your graduation that you have not sent in, please send them in, since the website is, we're going to be uploading it. I'll be happy to add them on. You will see an email very soon for the Trio Summer Activities, which is big with all of us. So feel free to send out the picture with a blurb, what activity you covered. I try to do one picture per program. If you have more, you feel free to send them in. What I'll be doing is putting it in a collage format, and you'll see it all in a collage. The second phase for PR committee is the e-features, which will also launch at PDS. I'll have some institution up there by that time. The e-newsletter will be a combination of the photo world and any other activities that appeals they want to share. Any achievements of your students, scholarships is what I was trying to target. So I'll be contacting you via email through SoCal PR for that. That's it. Any questions? Thank you.
17.
I do have a comment though, as we're really trying to be more inclusive of other programs. This really does say trio this, trio that, so I don't know if we can find a very inclusive language to include your other members who are part of this association, yeah.
Thank you.
So our next person up, actually James Johnson, is not here, and he did not submit a report either, so we're going to skip him today. I don't know if I have the resource development report. Did anyone get a resource development report? No?
I didn't get one.
So hopefully she'll have one next time. So we're going to skip Hortensio. Let's do 25.
So Dalia Hernandez, Cal State San Bernardino. We don't have Hortensia's report for resource development, but she did send out an email requesting donations, contributions for the silent auction for PDS. And so she will continue to send that out, closer or weekly as we get closer to PDS.
Okay. 27.
I just wanted to mention something about our research development last year. I want, if she would have been here, I had asked her to highlight how much she fundraised last year. So I will have her put it in the next report, but it was almost $5,000. So Hortensia's not here, but I wanted to give her a big kudos for last year. Her goal is, I'm not sure if it's the same, but my goal for her might be the same. But I just wanted you to know that her efforts yielded. If you think about it, those are your scholarships. That's the way I'm seeing it. Such as FYI. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. So the last report is Angie. Student development, you already did, right, Dalia? So we can skip that one. Technology, Angie.
I know.
The website's not working. Give me a minute.
If I could get the website to work, I would show you guys. I don't think it's. Can I try to open it again?
Closing all of this.
Internet. I think Tony's computer just gave up on us. Or gave up on me. I have it. Okay, well, for my committee goal, so it was maintaining the SoCal West Stop. Eva wanted me to transition our website from UCI to our new GoDaddy, which is what West Stop is doing for all chapters now, or for the whole association. And so my deadline was June 30th. I was successfully able to copy and paste pretty much everything that was on the UCI website. So some of the pictures are not very good quality because I just literally saved them off of the computer, off of the website, and then uploaded them. So I will work with Amel, hopefully, because she has all those pictures, we'll be able to upload higher quality pictures on there. But they are there, so everything that we had on the UCI website is on our current website, which is weststopsocal.org. And I think I've updated it probably daily, if not every other day. I have something that gets updated on there. So I've been pretty on top of it and updating anything that gets sent to me from the various committees and various events that are happening. One thing that I do have as a goal is to start utilizing our Remind messages. I don't have access to Facebook or Remind or anything like that, so to try to get that from whoever may have access to those accounts so that I can start using them. And then update is just pretty much the website was successfully transitioned by June 30th, and it is updated regularly. I think that's it. I will be working with the various committees on doing CVent related things as well. And I think that's it. I think Yvonne has.
27? Yeah, I have everything. I have all the passwords for everything.
Okay.
So that's Tony and Dalia. So,
okay.
Just so you know.
Okay, cool.
17?
Recommend you in the whole chapter here for transitioning your website. You guys are the only chapter at this point that has done that.
Thank you. And one other thing was, I don't know if this is still going to go through. So now that you mentioned that you brought up, gave us props to that. So we do have our website, as you guys see, and Sergio kind of pointed it out, is that our website looks pretty much exactly like the West Stop website, the colors and everything. So I know that was in the works to try to see if we could kind of branch out a little bit and throw out some colors. I did, we did submit a list of themes that we would like to for Christina while she was still our West Stop president. In my mind, I kind of wanted it to look a little sunnier because we are sunny Southern California, and kind of have a yellow, or something. So I did submit those, and I don't know where that, what happened with that. So
17 again?
So yes, and thank you again for being probably one of the only people who read that. So with that being said, that kind of has to be tabled because the first order that the chapters needed to do is transition over, and the other ones haven't done it yet. So until they actually do that, and then we can move on to the next phase of your chapter.
Okay.
So thank you again for getting that.
Yeah. Number 24.
And I just want to share some background as to why, the color scheme. When we sat through our marketing and strategic planning retreat, the consultant example, use the example of Girl Scouts, right? Doesn't matter where you are in the country or what chapter of it, you open up that website and it looks like a website that belongs to the Girl Scouts. So that was the conversation, is that every single chapter's website was night and day. So there was nothing uniform in our online presence that said that we were a regional conference with 6 chapters. Every website looked completely different. So I think that's where it was something that, for branding and marketing issues, that's why we went with it. Now, if we, I think, chose to discuss the changing of the color scheme in general, that's something that would have to trickle from the top down.
Yeah. I think that's what was in the works. So, I mean, I think the idea was just keeping it the same, but maybe just changing the color a little bit. So that, but I think that's what they were kind of working on, so. Cool. That's my report.
All right, so we're gonna move on to unfinished business. I think we had something on there about a CST report that Horacio was supposed to start working on. He has not had a chance to start working on it yet. I'm asking if we can maybe table that till the next meeting, and then have a chance to work with Horacio. And actually, we're gonna work with James Johnson as well on research. At the same time, we're gonna start gathering up all the information that we need to get together for policy as well. So, can I make the motion to table that till next?
Ask for entertain.
Entertain a motion, sorry. That sounds kind of weird, but I'll entertain a motion. Number 24.
24, so moved.
Second.
During the DM, so, second.
Okay, thank you. We'll now open it up to new business that we want to entertain, is that correct? You have any new business to entertain? 27?
One thing that Dalia mentioned, that we want to make this website not just for our events as a resource. So one great resource that should be on this website are all the consortiums that we have in Southern California. I know of a Trio Alliance in San Diego in the Imperial Valley. I know of an Upper Bound Consortium in the Inland Empire and Desert. I know of an SSS consortium in LA, and I know of an ETS consortium. It would be awesome if we can put them on our website and maybe a contact person. People are meeting, people are doing things locally, more locally than SoCal. So it would be, that's a recommendation I have that we can have under resources. And I know that all those consortiums have people that make sure to keep them going. So I wanted to bring that up, but I don't know if it's necessarily new business or not, but perhaps, but that's something that would be awesome if we could have it there.
Yes, thank you. I think that's part of the research chair James Johnson was heading into, trying to locate and make sure that he touched base with everyone that was part of SoCal West Side, but at the same time, research and find the different consortiums that are out there. So I think we can put it into James Johnson's plate and see if what assets can help him with that as well, because they're going to do that jointly. But noted, thank you. New business? 25?
Dalia Hernandez, CSUSC. There was a comment or a statement made at COE regarding Trio and how now Trio is spelled. I know that for us, we use sometimes the lower I for Trio, but I think COE is moving forward without the little I. So I don't know if we want to have add this to the agenda for our next meeting. Research with COE as to why the transition happened. And so this is something that ultimately is part of our branding. So we need to entertain how we go about, branding Trio within.
Okay, good to know about that. I know about 24.
I actually sat on that communications committee on the council that made that determination. It basically came down to the fact that when asked why the little I was there, they asked about 30, 40 people and nobody could answer why the little I. Little I when everything else was capital, or why it was red. So that's why they moved forward. I mean, for branding purposes, and because if anybody else has ever asked in the community why it's the little I, what it stands for, nobody knows. They just made it more uniform. And it is something that has been, it's taken a long time. People are apparently married to this little thing. And refuse to stop using it, but it really should be something that, it was a part of the conversation also in saying, that's what Arthur said, I'm here with the Trio up around San Fernando UCSD. That's another thing that they wanted us to, And anytime we use literature or when we always say we're a trio first, because that's the name of, that's what's in the appropriation. But secondly, also, and this affects more SSS programs than anything else. Many times students graduate from the Aspire program or from the something else program, and they never even know that they're trio students. So it's also a way of harnessing all the alumni, and just to be consistent with branding and marketing. So
27.
So very briefly, I used to work at UCSD. When we were there, our SSS got audited, and that was one of the major findings of the audit, that SSS is part of the bigger, it's called OACs in UCSD, and they said there was no indication that SSS was actually a trio program. So that was the biggest thing. So I remember I was part of that, making sure that all the forms that we rebranded SSS at UCSD to be trio SSS. So I just wanted to mention the importance of the whole trio that is married to the little I, but if COE wants us to move forward, then we can move forward. But I wanted to mention the importance of the whole trio in general, not just the little I.
Thank you. 10.
Leah, Cal State San Marcos. In talking about TRIO, I want to make sure that our programs are also educating our program participants that TRIO is larger than the program that they're being served in. Because we just hired 2 first-year freshmen at our campus who are TRIO alumni from other campuses, and they didn't know that there's other TRIO programs, coming to the 4-year college. So I just want to make sure, I know in San Diego that we do that, and making sure that we're educating our program participants that TRIO is larger than the program where they're being served, and it's national, so that when they do go on and pursue other education at other campuses, that they can seek out employment opportunities with the other TRIO programs that are at those campuses that they go to.
Sorry, the battery's running. Thank you. 7.
With that, I do want to add just, and I don't know if this is the appropriate time, but suggestion again for the website, it would be nice to have something as far as who the main contact or who the director would be for your programs at each institution, if we can have that somehow there. Because I don't know if we already do, I haven't really looked at it too much honestly, but just as far as like with our students graduating, if I know where the student is going, I usually try and get them into an SSS program, but if there is no SSS, then I need them to at least find somebody with TRIO so we could possibly get a job, at least have that family there already. So do we have that on the website? I mean, not listed on the website. That would be a really good resource, so that I can go on the website and just like, oh, my kid's going to this school. Okay, so who's there? What TRIO is at that school? Because otherwise, then I'm just having to go to each school, look up the websites, try and find people, call somebody. It's even with SSS, it's sometimes hectic trying to find a career, because then it's always
Yeah.
And yeah, that's, I think, something that we just said that we're gonna try to put James and Horacio in charge of, to hopefully update the website and have those connections on there. They're very, very helpful if they would be on there. You're exactly right. Where are you going? Let me see if they have a program out there. Let me see who's in charge of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love Weststop, because that's when I'm like, you're where? What? Okay. I need to
Let me have your card.
have kids come your way.
So can we move on to action items? Or do you have any new business? Any other new business we need to cover? Okay, so let's open up to any action items. Will you entertain any action items at this moment? No? Okay, let's move on to announcements. Do we have any announcements? I know we have a few announcements out there. Yeah, you have a number?
I don't have a number. I paid for my membership today.
All right.
So Juan Reina with SSS here at Palomar College. I did want to put it out there that we have an opening for a supervisor position for our EOC and our ETS grant. So it is up on our Palomar website.
You may want to send to our listserv, and then we can send it out there.
And then we also have just kind of a description of a job description. If any of you guys are interested in taking one, we do that.
Thank you. Number 11.
Chair, I also have.
Your name and institution?
Amel Khan, CSUDH. I've already posted it on the listserv, so if you've seen project coordinator for Upward Bound Math and Science at Cal State Dominguez, still open till filled, so please apply.
Thank you. And announcements? 25.
Dalia Hernandez, CSUSB. Policy seminar is scheduled for March 19th through the 21st.
March 19th to the 21st, policy. Any other announcements? 17.
We can officially announce now that with Mario Lewin College Institute, we won #1 in the nation for Excellence en Educación for a community baseball program helping out Latino communities. So we won that honor. Ross actually happens to be an alumni from the SDSU Scholars Program, who also won the National Achievers Award at COE's conference. I was just telling you, same for that too.
Yes. Any other announcements? 24?
So on that same token, one of our very own, Yoichi Rangel, was awarded the Walter O. Mason Award, which is the highest honor given to a true professional by way of the Council of Community Education. He's the man with the hat, if you're wondering. Yeah, so it was very nice to see him get recognized, and as always, he dropped the mic with his plenty speech. And then Cheryl Arnold, who now resides in the Sayop region in the Southwest, she is a member of the West Off President's Council. She used to be a West Off president. She was given the same award, so we like to claim her every once in a while. It was one of them.
Number 7?
Can you specify what you said?
Yoich.
A lot of people looking for it.
Yeah, Yoich is, if you went to Reno, he's the man with the hat, like I mentioned, but he's originally from Pompeii, but he actually is the TRIO executive director at the University of Guam. So when you think about the independent nations of the Pacific, it's like a silhouette of Yoichi in his hat.
Okay, thank you. Any other announcements? Okay, so before we adjourn, I just want to share a few thoughts. And first of all, thank you everyone that showed up. I really want to thank everyone for showing up to this meeting. Like I said before, we're trying to move the meetings now so everyone gets a chance to go. We have the live streaming now, which is really cool. Just know that your work is very important out there. Everything you do matters, and I think I reflected more upon it in the last 2 days as the whole thing went down in El Cajon. It's like 2 blocks from my house, so on my way home, I had to go through riot police, through all these barriers, and I'm thinking, dang, my students have to go through all this crap. And know that we are out there, and we're sometimes the people that change their minds and change their lives. So keep doing what you do. You're very, very important to them and to the communities out there, all right? So just want to share that. If we have nothing else to do, then maybe we can entertain the motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn our meeting.
25. Second.
13, Miriam, Norfolk College.
With that said, meeting is adjourned. I think we have lunch out in the front. Thank you very much.
It's actually, if you guys exit, it's gonna be right around the building. There's a little bit more shade and there's some tables.
So right over there, join us for lunch.
Please return your numbers.
Let me have your numbers, and then I think we're gonna do everything out there.